My mom assaulted my 4-year-old at Christmas dinner, right in front of everyone. Nobody stopped her. My sister even hurt me to keep me quiet. I picked up my kid, said what I meant, and walked out. By spring, my parents were in court demanding grandparents' rights, like nothing happened. That morning, my daughter was buzzing in her little red dress, asking when we'd get to Grandma's. We drove through falling snow with a casserole in the trunk and that familiar knot in my chest. My parents' house was full of cars and people who acted like I was an inconvenience. Dinner started with name cards. My parents at the head, my siblings and their spouses, my nephews. 2 seats for me and my husband. No seat for my daughter. Where does she sit? I asked. The kids eat in the kitchen, my mom said. Without looking up, my daughter's face fell. I swallowed my anger and told her it was a special kids table. She believed me, because she was 4 and still thought adults were safe. I checked on her a little later. She was alone at a folding table, barely touching her food. She was drawing stick figures, holding hands on a napkin. "When can I sit with you?" she whispered. Then I heard a small crash. A glass broke. She stood in the doorway shaking. "I'm sorry," she said. I got lonely. I scooped her up and walked back toward the dining room. I wasn't even thinking. I just knew she wasn't staying back there like she was something to hide. My heart hammered. The table went quiet. "I'm getting her a chair," I said. My mom's voice went flat. "Absolutely not." My sister snapped. "Don't ruin the night." I carried in a spare chair anyway and set it beside mine. My daughter climbed up fast and folded her hands, trying so hard to be perfect. My mom stood up. Then she grabbed my daughter's curls and yanked her backward. Next, she kicked the chair leg hard. Then my daughter slid off the seat, feet scrambling for air. After that, her head hit the floor with a sharp crack. My mom didn't even blink once. She stared down and said, "This seat is for real grandkids." Then she pointed at the doorway. "Get out." My daughter sobbed on the wood, a bruise blooming on her temple. I moved, and my sister clamped onto my arm and squeezed until I felt skin break. Nobody else moved. "Get the hell out," she hissed. "Now." I looked around the table. My brother stared at his plate. My dad kept sipping his drink like it was background noise. My husband went pale and stepped toward our kid. Something in me went dead quiet. I lifted my daughter into my arms and faced my mother. "You'll never see her again." A plate slipped. Porcelain shattered. My dad went white. My sister tried to block the hallway, then thought better of it. We walked into the snow. My daughter's tears soaked my sweater all the way home. I cleaned the scrape, took photos, and stopped answering every call from family telling me I was dramatic. I got a restraining order, and I thought that would finally be the end. In late March, my lawyer told me my parents filed for grandparents' rights anyway. I couldn't even process it until my brother called, voice shaking. "There's a trust," he said. "Old money from grandpa. It only pays out if there are legitimate biological grandkids." Years earlier, my husband and I needed fertility help. We used a donor. My daughter was mine, but not biologically his. My parents knew, and in their heads that meant she wasn't real. Worse, my brother said the trust also required proof they had an active relationship with the child. "They want court-ordered access to her," he said, "and they've been trying to get her medical records." Court was surreal. Their lawyer called them loving grandparents. Their friends nodded and swore it was all a misunderstanding. My mom cried soft, practiced tears. Then my lawyer put my daughter's bruise on the record. My husband testified. The recording of my sister screaming at my door played in that silent room. And my brother took the stand and told the judge about the trust and the motive. The judge denied their petition and referred the case for investigation. Months later, my parents pled to reduce charges, did county time, and paid fines. They still didn't get within a mile of my kid, and the trust stayed locked away from them. My daughter doesn't remember that table anymore. I do, and I'll remember it for both of us. What would you have done in my place? Would you ever forgive them?